Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, you know what to do. You have to click the subscribe button and press like if you found value in this content. Nabubulol ako kasi medyo exciting yung araw na to at meron tayong upgrade na naganap sa ating equipment at i-unbox natin siya. And we'll also discuss a few features of this wonderful new addition to my camera family, which is... Alright! The Canon G7X Mark III! Dun, 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 dun. So by the way, big shout out to Steve Cameras and Camera Accessories for providing a wonderful deal for me because I've been looking for a great deal for this camera for a very long time. So I'll just quickly show you how we met. Actually, natatakot akong magpunta ng Hidalgo ngayon talaga kasi ang daming tao. Tapos syempre may bago na namang variant ng sakit. Kaya ayoko talagang lumabas. Kaya mas gusto ko na makipag-usap directly to the seller. And they have a physical store actually. Pero we spoke to each other over the phone. Tapos sinarado namin yung deal and then they went to our house. And ito yung nangyari. Alright, so ayan, marireceive na natin yung bago nating camera. Si Ate
Rica.
Ayan, si Ate Rica. Si Ate Riz. So, pumunta kayo sa Facebook Marketplace, makikita niyo sila. Steve Cameras yung pangalan.
Ito po.
Ayan, Steve.
Camera supply.
Ayan, oh. So, sobrang ganda ng deal na nakuha natin kasi ngayon, Christmas gift ko sa sarili ko na mag-upgrade na ako ng camera equipment. Because that's going to be my A camera. So, the iPhone 13 is going to be for my B-roll. And this one is going to be my main camera. And alright! We have the Canon PowerShot G7X Mark III. Ang haba ng pangalan. So, Mark III na ang ating... Hindi tayo Mark 1. Guys, hindi tayo Jologs. Doon tayo sa pinakabago. Huwag tayong diba? Medyo nagkakaroon pa ako ng konting doubt kung if it's the camera for me. Kasi I was looking at the Sony ZV-1 or ZV-1. Z kasi mga taga-UK, Z yung tawag na sa letter Z. Pero as compared to the specifications and the capacity of the camera for such a compact cam, super ganda na niya. So, i-unbox natin siya mamaya. Okay, guys? Okay, very quickly, buksan na natin yung ating box para naman matuwa kayo. So, actually, it came with another box and meron silang binigay sa akin na free gift. So, this is the vertical video mic jack tripod grip. Ayan. So, kasama siya with the camera na pwede mo siyang i-attach para you can control it with your hands very easily. It looks like this. Ayan. Tapos may mga control buttons siya. And dito mo ipapasok yung camera at the very base. So, very handy ito kasi it's super lightweight and it's perfect for, traveling, for vlogging when you're creating spills, especially kung maiksi yung kamay mo, kagaya ko, no? So, it's an extension to your limbs para naman talagang magamit mo siya. And it also has parang extenders like these para you can also make it into a tripod if you want to do like a stand-up video na papatong mo lang siya on a table. Tapos, you can also do time lapses with your camera kasi pro tip guys, the G7X Mark III condenses all of your time-lapse videos into one file as opposed to other cameras wherein you have to import hundreds of photos just so you can stitch it all together, put it in a different software to make it parang look seamless and create a time-lapse. But with the G7X Mark III, it's all in one file. So napakaganda siya when you're filming sunsets or people walking in the street or anything na magandang i-time-lapse at napakasaya niyang feature ng camera. So you can do that with great stability using this hand grip over here. Alright, on to the contents of the box. So when you open the box, of course you will see all the other things that came with it. And the seller was super duper nice. Instead of giving me a free 16 gig SD card, they actually gave me an upgrade. They gave me a 64 gig na SD card. Sana marunong ako magbukas. Ayun, nabuksan ko na siya. Ayan. So, the grip comes in this small box. And then, when you open it, ayan, dito na marireveal yung ating camera. Woohoo! Ayan siya. Sorry, may tape pa kasi doon nakakabit yung yung SD card when I received it. Pero basically, this is my Canon, my new one. Okay, so buksan na natin. When you buy it brand new, it's actually brand new, okay guys, na binili. Kasi I opted for something na fresh, na virgin pa, na ako pa lang talaga ang gagamit. Kaya, bakit ko pinili yun at kaya ako na pagdesisyonan na ganun? Kasi I had a lot of trouble dealing with people on online platforms selling sites. Kasi they're not responsive sa chat box o kaya if I have questions asking for more detailed pictures of the product. Although mura siya, parang natatakot ako kasi ang daming nabubudol na talaga ngayon. So, hindi natin mag-guarantee that the money you are paying for will be actually worth the product that you are going to receive. So, I opted for something brand new na talagang alam kong may physical store at yung seller ay makakausap ko tao sa tao. So, kung kaparehas niyo ako na sigurista, maybe that's the way for you to do it rather than just buying from someone that you don't really know. Alright, much respect to people who actually read these things. So, ako, baba ng EQ ko. Wala akong pasensya magbasa. So, I just watch YouTube tutorials about it. Alright, so when you open the box, it comes with a lot of things actually that you need to get going. So, this is actually parang turnkey camera na siya talaga. So, once you receive it, point and shoot, pwede mo na siyang gamitin agad. Especially with the automatic features that the camera has. Syempre, kailangan nyo i-charge yung battery. So, it has this charging port right here. And again, napaka-generous ni seller because there's already a free battery that came with my unit. Ayan, so while I'm using my G7X Mark III, I can actually just pop it into this, charge the one in my room kung kunyari nasa bakasyon ako, and then use the other battery to do my material outside. So, napakaganda nun kasi kailangan talaga you have at least 2 to 3 batteries when you want to use it, like let's say half a day of shooting. Alright, aside from the battery, of course, ito nga pala yung battery, ayan, na kasama niya that came with the kit. They gave me the SD card, as I said. So, I have two. I have the freebie, the 16 gig, and I also have the 64 gig. So, maganda yan. Bibili na lang ako ng memory card case para hindi ko siya mawala. And aside from that, they also have a free strap na wrist strap para pwede mo siyang dalhin na napaka-handy ng camera mo. Alright, so let's go to the main character of this story. Alright guys, papakita ko na sa inyo yung bonggang bago nating camera. This is it! Alright, I'm so in love with this camera. Based on the reviews, I was actually playing around with the idea. It's actually a toss-up between the ZV-1 of Sony and the Mark III, the G7X Mark III. But what really won me over is that aside from the price point, no, na sobrang parang it's like a $150 difference between the two, yung ergonomic design ng camera na to is napakaganda for vlogging. Kasi when you look at the back, at the controls, where you place your thumb, that's actually where the video button is. Ayan, makikita po ninyo, di ba? So, napaka-handy. As opposed to the Sony, where the video button is right over here at this side of the camera. So, you have to struggle whenever you want to take a video of anything, lalo na pag on the fly. Let's say for example, you're walking on the street or biglang may nakakatch ng attention mo, gusto mong kunan, mas maganda na very accessible yung mga buttons, nandito na lahat, menu, lighting, all of those things, plus the video record button. And if you want to take a photo, the shutter is actually above your index finger lang, nandito lang siya. So, abot na abot nyo, napakadali para mag-vlog, di po ba? Para, kunyari, you wanna take great thumbnails, you wanna take photos, sobrang abot ng lahat ng daliri mo yung So, that's the design. And a cool thing that the Mark III has that the Mark II doesn't have, para sa mga na namimili, kasi kunyari, limited yung budget mo, just for a little fraction of your budget, magdadagdag ka lang na around 6,000 to 7,000 pesos depending on the seller. This is an exciting feature that the Mark III has na wala yung ibang versions ng PowerShot is this. Meron na siyang input ng microphone. So let's say for example, you have a Boya external mic with a dead cat, yung parang may fur na ganun. You can actually plug that in dito para mas maganda yung audio quality ninyo. Alright? So, tingnan natin yung durability. It's actually a very robust camera. Very sturdy siya tignan. Kasi, based on reviews, it's actually just 330 grams. Pero, look at how it is made. It's super sleek. And parang hindi siya flimsy. Flimsy, ibig sabihin parang sirain. Napakaganda nung yung nagaganap na lever dito sa kanyang LCD screen. Ayan. O, di ba? Parang you can actually tilt it up if you want to do a selfie video, selfie photo. Tapos, if you wanna do low angle shots, pwede siyang nakaganito. Tapos, shoot ka na pailalim na ganyan. Makikita mo what you're actually shooting. Tapos, when you close it, di ba? That sound, tak, yung gumanon, dun mo malalaman na the material that they used for this is very very strong and sturdy. With my other cams, let's say for the Sony and the Fuji, I have to be really careful whenever I put it back in the dock kasi parang natatakot ba ako na masisira ko siya. Oo. Not that I'm saying that it's poorly made, but actually for this particular camera, I like the durability. And of course, this groove na nandito para pag when you are holding it, 'di ba? You have something to grip onto. Mas madali siyang hawakan pagka nagsushoot ka. Okay, so compared to the other mirrorless cameras of Canon na ganito ang size, you can see that it's mirrorless tapos hindi interchangeable yung lens. So that means na itong particular camera na to, it's actually pocket size. You can put it in a small bag, in your purse, or anything na hindi mo na kailangan tanggalin yung camera and you're not going to be worried about yung cleanliness ng lens mo kung papasukan ba siya ng sand. Of course, just be careful wherever you bring your camera para hindi naman siya ma-irritate yung lens kasi you have to send it all the way to Canon to have it cleaned and it takes a while for them to give the camera back to you, months actually. So, anong gagamitin mo, di ba? Pagka nasira siya. So, design-wise, size-wise, sturdiness, look, aesthetic, I really, really love what they did with this particular model of the PowerShot. Okay, so let's test naman the camera's functionality. So, now I'm putting the battery inside. So, that pink slit na kailangan mo i-tilt para mapasok mo yung camera. And of course, the SD card. Have to be careful with the SD cards kasi gets easily corrupted lalong-lalo na kapag hindi mo siya inaalagaan. So when you hear that clicking sound, ayusin mo nang mabuti na makapasok siya doon. Alright? Then, we will turn it on. Sana marunong ako mag-on. Woo! Guys, natutuwa ako sobra-sobra. Alright, you know one cool thing about compact cameras na bagong mga model is ito. I have to give it to the touchscreen functionality. So whenever you're shooting something and you want to particularly focus on that, you just click on it and there's that square parang target thing that comes out para mas madali siyang mag-focus. Although with the firmware upgrade of Canon, I think na-address na yung issue of autofocus. So hanapin nyo na lang yung mga reviews bakit namomblema yung mga camera enthusiasts about the autofocus capacity of the G7X. Pero I think na-address na siya using that upgrade ng firmware. Ayan. Although I haven't tried it yet, but I think this is new, so this is already upgraded. Ayan. So later we will do another episode wherein I will test this in real life vlogging conditions kung paano natin i-compare ang G7X Mark III sa lahat ng mga cameras na meron tayo and even using your smartphones. Ayan, napakaganda niya. Alright, so if you want to parang tweak it a bit, my suggestion is this. Alright, so there's a menu button over here. You just click that. Tapos mapupunta ka dun sa number 2. So if it's an automatic method, ayan yung unang-una, then the camera will just do its thing for you. Ibig sabihin, when you're shooting, it will adjust lighting, audio, focus, whichever thing you are shooting, ginagawa niya yung pinaka-ideal situation. But if you want to do it on manual mode and you want to track it yourself, pwede din. Ililipat mo siya doon. So, for people who are not so great naman at using very technical equipment when they're vlogging, napakagandang camera nito kasi point and shoot na talaga siya. Wala na siyang problema. So, ito yung manual peaking settings. When you see that, you can safely turn it on and off if you want to adjust that. Alright? And what I really love about its functionality is that itong mga Canon cameras na to is meron na siyang sarili niyang what they call this, disc 8. I'll put it na lang here para tama. Okay, and also in the description box about the features of the Canon PowerShot G7X Mark III na it's distinctly Canon. So, yung technology na yon, it allows you to, yung mga f-stops niya, yung capacity niya to shoot in low light capacities na super ganda, yung noise reduction niya napakaganda sa images. Tapos it allows you to also shoot at 20 to 30 frames per second. So shotgun, machine gun mode yun, lalong-lalo na pagka you're shooting action shots, kunyari surfing, skateboarding, if you're shooting your kids recital, ballet, mga sumasayaw, makukuha mo lahat, you won't miss a thing. And aside from that, the sensor or the lens here is 1 inch na yung processor niya sa loob. So ibig sabihin, yung focusing niya ay mahusay na, napakaganda na. Kasi the bigger it is, the higher it is, the greater the resolution is. So yun na yung review ko about its functionality. But I will show you exactly what I mean in a different episode. Okay, punta naman tayo sa presyo. Okay guys, if you are an entry-level vlogger, ibig sabihin kakasimula nyo pa lang, I don't suggest na bumili kayo agad-agad ng mamahaling equipment kasi hindi naman lahat ng tao afford yung ganitong klaseng equipment. So, very, very blessed lang tayo, no? Tsaka hindi naman ako mayaman, masipag lang ako talaga, no? Ngayong Pasko, I decided to give myself a gift na ito na yung napag-decidean ko na mag-invest na talaga ako sa equipment since I'm taking vlogging really seriously, especially in the coming year, na magkuha na talaga ako ng magandang gamit. So, if you are starting out, okay nang gamitin ang inyong mga smartphones kasi super ganda na ng mga camera ng mga smartphones. In fact, I'm shooting this vlog using my iPhone 13 and I started vlogging using my iPhone 11 when I started my channel. So, imagine, yung content ko before, hindi naman siya kapangitan, I hope. Tapos, nag-progress na tayo, umabot na tayo dito sa talagang gumagamit na tayo. There's also one vlog that I use my XT2, which was my Japan vlog. Ginamit ko yung XT2 ko in some of the footage that I shot in Osaka and in Tokyo. Pero nothing really compares talaga to a camera, especially a DSLR camera, lalo na pag interchangeable yung lens kasi you can play around with it, especially if you want to use cinematic shots for your footage. So napakaganda ng flexibility niya when it comes to quality of shots and of course editing wise mas makapal yung file, so hindi ka magsasuffer, wala tayong latency na nagaganap sa images lalo na pag motion shots. Price-wise, kung kunyari magsisimula kang mag-vlog, a smartphone would cost you the entry level around 6,000-7,000 pesos plus all of your attachments, your lights, your microphone, siguro probably it would run you around 5. So 11K pwede ka na magsimula including your tripod. But for the G7X Mark III, it ranges between 32,000 up to some sellers sell it at 41, depending on the inclusions. So please be very, very careful when you're choosing your seller and get the best deal that you can. So again, I'll link the description in the description box, the name of the seller and the links of everything that I used in this particular episode para may reference po kayo. But it runs around that price point. So 32 hanggang 41,000 pesos for the Canon PowerShot G7X Mark III. So that's it guys, I hope you like this particular episode. I'm just so excited to shoot content with my new camera. Sana naibigan ninyo yung mga shinare ko sa inyong bits and pieces of information. I know it's a little bit technical, pero I'm really like that when I buy equipment. Gusto ko, nire-research ko siya ng mabuti para matulungan ko rin yung aking mga subscribers on how to decide for a particular product that they're buying and what are the things to consider. Kasi naiintindihan ko kayo, bawat piso na kinikita ninyo ay mahalaga at dapat pumupunta ito sa magagandang bagay. Di po ba? Sana nag-enjoy kayo guys. Merry Christmas sa inyong lahat and advance Happy New Year. And if you like this particular content, please comment down below and ask me questions para alam ko yung susunod kong episode using my new Canon camera at iti-take out natin siya for a spin really soon. Until next time guys, see you mga chosero at mga chosera. Bye!